started. So Coulton, you got to give me a sec to do the intros before we start yapping because Coulton and I are certified yappers. Anyway, guys, welcome back to episode 92 of the Collectin and Connectin pod. You know him, you love him. Our guy Coulton, he's this way. My co-host tonight, Coulton, how are you?
I'm splendid. Thank you very much, Banana Banking Mac.
Appreciate the full name there. I like that we're very formal tonight. Our guest, he came quite literally out of the woodwork. Welcome to the show, Wood0299, aka Brian Smiley Face. How are you tonight?
I am great. Thank you. Glad to be here.
We are stoked to have you here. Coulton, are we ready to just jump right in?
Brian won a damn Kia.
That's a car guy, not a key.
Yes, I did. I am extremely grateful.
We got him here, guys. So I think everyone in the TopShot community knows what happened, but we had a fast break run right after All-Star where NBATOPSHOT said, you know what? We're going to give away a damn car. And so top prize for the overall fast break run was a Kia. A Telluride?
Yes. Yeah,
Kia Telluride. Shout out Kia for considering their sponsorship of this podcast. And so, yeah, they put up the prize and everybody for one day thought that they had a shot at this Kia. And at the end of 13 days, only 5 people had a shot at this Kia, if I remember reading your post accurately.
By the last day, it was me and 2 other people. There was 2 people, 1 game behind me.
So and Brian lasted the entire run with only 1 loss.
One loss.
And Brian won.
Stressful, scary loss.
It would be. There's a Kia on the line.
Yeah. I was very aware that the first prize was a Kia and the second prize was $1,000, and the difference between those 2 prizes. You know,
I gotta ask. Oh, Coulton, are you going to?
No, you go. Go ahead.
At what point were you like, I might actually win this Kia? Were you like day 3, or were you like further in the run, like day 10?
It was about day 6. Day 6 or so was when I hit like the top 10. And that's when I was like, wait a minute, I need to take this a little more seriously. Up until when all of this started, I had commons of mostly everybody, and 1 LeBron rare, the LeBron Bronny moment that I just had bought I hadn't really bought anything since 2022. And I just bought that on a whim just because I wanted that. And I was very not active in TopShot in general for a few years. And then Fast Break came along, and the first couple times I would miss a bunch of days, and then within the last 3 before, I started to just kind of take it a little more seriously and just try to get the packs. I thought opening the packs was fun. And that's kind of how I had approached this. And I had this strategy with my commons to get 7 wins. And I was I took I looked at the whole every 14 days, and I just kind of plugged in each and every player where I thought that, especially, I didn't want to waste any of the big guys, the studs, the stars. I didn't want to waste them on a loss. So I plugged them in places where I thought they would guarantee me the win to get 7 wins. And then there were certain lineups, like a lot of the 3-pointer ones, where I was like, I don't think I can get this if I use these guys. So I just kind of put in 2nd-tier guys, but I found myself, I put Giannis in the very last day. And so I never had access to him throughout the rest of it. So I put all of these players in. I hit the first day. That was nice. The second day, only 9% won. So already, that was a bloodbath right off the bat. And I had, 2nd-tier players. Royce O'Neal got me 6 3-pointers, which is insane. Yeah. So I kind of was jumping up, but again, I'm still just whatever, And then when I hit the top 10, that's when I was I looked back and I was like looking at it and I was like, I think I looked at my second tier lineups and I'm like, I don't think that the other people up here got here like that. I think they used stars because they had rares and they thought they were able to use them twice. And I was like, I've actually barely used any of my stars once, and most of them I hadn't used at all. So I felt like I was coming into the back half with like an advantage where they were going to start running into thin rosters while I was just able to use everybody. And that, I guess it worked. You know, there was a lot of luck and a lot of things broke my way. You don't beat that many people without a certain amount of luck and things breaking your way, you know.
It's amazing.
You mentioned that you hadn't purchased anything except the Bronny LeBron MGLE, which is a beautiful moment. Have you held on? Are you gonna? I mean, dude, you've got to be a little bit more keyed in on this now, right? Like, you might be good at this, Brian.
Thank you. I did buy $500 worth of rares throughout this.
Yeah,
that's where I changed my tactics, and I just started buying rares to.
Well,
you know,
I guess my point is, I hope you keep those, and I hope you take first place again.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I will. I did. There were some people who, like, you know, like a few months ago, we traded commons. You know, people who were at this kind of the same level as me, or had given me a common in the past. And a few of those people, I sent some of my, some of these rares that I used, and I was like, I hope it brings you as much luck as it brought me. And it felt really nice to kind of like give back a little bit to these people. Yeah. I donated to the Lakers Discord channel for some contests, Yeah. And I'll be honest, the stress of this thing made me back off. Like I feel like I've gotten more than my share, and like it was a lot for a long time. Like it wasn't like a lottery where it's like, okay, it's a half a second and it's over. This was like a week of just nail biter, close call after close call, heartbreak after heartbreak. And it took a lot out of me. Like I used to go on, I was going on Prize Picks. That's kind of how I got into some of this stuff, was like Prize Picks and all that stuff. And I have no appetite for gambling. They're offering me free bets. Bet losing, you get your money back, and I can't even bring myself to do it right now. I might come back, but at the moment, I just like.
No, I hear you, man.
Yeah,
it's stressful. I get it, and I've never even I think I've gotten like the best tier pack once, but I've never had an undefeated run. I've never taken. Yeah, I'm not very good at fast breaks, so I can only imagine.
I lost on day one, so I knew the Kia was not in my books. So
it's almost a relief when you lose on day one.
Yeah,
when you're not going for a Kia, but like,
and I don't want to see. Obviously, it was worth it, and obviously, I'm grateful. But
totally,
I just I just needed to take a step back.
What I like
get that
about you taking this win is that you weren't an account loaded with legendaries. Now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't be collecting my legendary set, but I like that. That means like the common man can do it. And if there's anything people say about TopShot, they're like, you need like legendaries for fast break to win it all. You proved everything wrong. You proved it all.
I did get one legendary. I got an SGA legendary. I know. And it was one of the greatest acts of kindness anybody has ever done for me in my life. You want
to share the story? I wasn't sure.
Yes. Yeah, sure. I mean, the person who lent it to me seems like he didn't want much of the attention. It's the blockchain. You guys could figure it out. But so I won't necessarily mention him by name, but it was day 13. And I knew I needed SGA. I knew I needed him. And I'd already used him twice. And that was the one player that I just knew that I needed to get. And it was $800, you know, and I'd already spent $500, and second place is $1,000. So now if I get second, I still lose money. That sucks, you know. But it was a lot of pride. There's a lot of pride because I had been buying them up until this, and I felt like I had a real like bet on yourself, you know, thing going for me, and then just like in a moment of clarity, you know, I checked my ego and I'm like, you're being an idiot. You're letting your pride get in the way of you maybe winning a car. So why don't you just ask? And so I put out some feelers, and as you said about I was a common player. I had a lot of support within the community. I could tell that people were rooting for me because of that. And I felt it, and it was very nice. I didn't say much because I didn't want to jinx anything, you know, but I felt it, and it was very nice. And I knew there was a certain amount of support out there. And so I just kind of put out some feelers in the Discords that I was looking, and I put one out in the Lakers Discord, and this guy wrote back immediately, I got you. And there was no questions asked, a complete stranger. He didn't ask me for a rental fee. I offered to give him something. He's turned down everything that I've offered him. And that night, I had Maxey, Curry, Cade, and Kyrie. So I needed 40 field goals made. Maxey.
This night was rough.
Yeah, threw up 35 shots and hit 2. You know, Kyrie got the injury, got 2. Curry was throwing assists all game, got 6. So now my first 3 players have gotten me 10. And I need 40. And I have SGA and Cade to play. And SGA got me 18, and Cade got me 12. And I hit it on the dot. And I would not have won that car if that person had not done that for me. Right
on the dot. And
yes,
when you tell that story, I read that post you sent me, and that doesn't surprise me at all that somebody like, that's what I love. That's what I love about TopShot. Really, it is like you could have posted that in probably 30 of the team channels, and somebody would have hooked you up.
Yeah. And he was super cool about it. He was just like, I think he had bought it recently for some other challenge. Some one of these leaderboard challenges or something like that, and didn't win. And so he just was like, I felt like I wanted to do something nice with it. And it was very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
You're nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's so awesome.
You know? So
he's such a cheat.
What's
I'm
that?
hoping.
Oh, I was just saying SGA is such a fast break cheat code.
I know.
That guy.
But 18 was a lot to ask. You know,
I mean,
18 field goals made, but you got it.
Yeah.
But it's a lot.
Canadians pull through, I'm telling you. It's just something about their nature, you know?
Yeah.
And you're primarily, I mean, I know you like the NBA, but you're primarily a hockey guy.
Primarily a hockey guy, yeah.
So you were you glued to these games, or was it harder to watch them because of?
It was harder to watch them. I especially that night when Maxey was throwing up 2, and I couldn't watch it anymore. But I watch most of the games. I just compulsively flip back and forth on the ESPN app with the Gamecast, the play-by-play.
Yeah.
And I'm just like compulsively back and forth between all of the games.
Oh, I can't imagine how good it felt the next night after you had won and you didn't need to give it.
Yes, and there were even like still games playing. You know, I had won, but there were even still games playing. So I got to after I won, it was like still halftime in the Laker game, you know. And so I walked down to Outback Steakhouse because I'm a real classy guy, and got a steak and some beers, and the Laker game was on the TV, of course, and I just got to sit there and like take a breath, and the game was on, but there was nothing on it, and it just felt very nice, to just. I'm so happy I won the car, and I am so happy it's over.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I hope that next February, when me and Banana touch down in LA for All-Star, I hope you'll pick us up in your Kia and give us a ride.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't want to be, I don't want to tell people what my plans are with the Kia yet, but that's a lot of car for me.
No, I understand.
TopShot on the side of it,
Yeah, I should. Yeah,
like
a whole wrap
sticker. So
yeah,
no, whatever, dude. I'm gonna get you a life size, like one of the cardboard cutouts of Shay, and put him in
there
shotgun with you.
I'll take him down in the carpool lane.
So tell me this: the night ends, you win. What happened next as far as like logistics? Did you get a DM, an email?
Yeah, I got a message from Matt Shore eventually. So then now it's just kind of like in the hands of legal and promo, and it's like we'll get back to you in a couple weeks kind of thing. And I'm in no real rush,
Yeah.
I still have to figure out how I'm handling. There's taxes, there's a lot of stuff like that too. So I'm still kind of figuring out how I'm handling all that. I already have a Kia, a Forte, that, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what is the plan? Do they just have you go to your nearest Kia dealership?
They asked me where my nearest Kia dealership is, and then now it's being arranged. But I don't know. Like the picture of that Kia was the Nightfall edition. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what I'm getting. You know what I mean? I don't know. So there's a lot that's kind of up in the air with it. I hope it's that one. But
totally.
Now that you have a Kia, you can recreate Mac McClung's dunk at the dunk contest for TopShot.
Yeah,
here you go.
Gotta jump over it is all.
Yeah.
Right over the SUV.
Yeah.
TopShot promo.
Was that the Telluride? Was that the Telluride? Is that the big one? Like
it's huge, yeah.
Yeah, it's like an SUV.
It's like a 3-bench SUV. But that's part of why I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this car. I can count on my hands how many times someone has been in the back seat of my Forte, much less needing 3 benches back there. Yeah.
Yeah. We see a lot of those in Utah.
Yeah. The cat's making a little appearance.
Oh,
right now.
I love that. So have you, let's see, we're middle of the following run by now. Are you pretty active in this current fast break run? Are you giving it a break?
Giving it a break, man. Giving it a break. Giving it
No, I feel that.
I feel like I've gotten plenty. I really appreciate the communities, that they've got behind me. And I know the quickest way to turn from hero to villain would be to win again.
Dude, whatever. I would be psyched for you, bro. The guy with one legend where he just won again.
Yeah.
I'd be like, let's go for the repeat right after.
Yeah.
Well, I'm taking a little break,
No,
I might come back a little more casually again, for the next one. But
maybe hit autofill. That's what Banana's been doing.
I was gonna ask if he autofilled his line at first, because I was like, if he went off autofill.
No way.
No, I took a little bit of care in it, but
yeah.
I mean, towards the end, it's pretty much autofill. I knew that those people that were below me also couldn't go too wild with their lineups because they're trying to maintain their position. They have people breathing down their necks like I do. So as we're getting towards the end, I'm like, we probably have 4 of the same players between all of us in the top 10,
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've loved the. You probably haven't even messed with it, and I get it if you haven't. But I love the new pro page.
Oh yeah,
the
I
new
know.
pro
Yeah.
for Fast Break, and I love it because I only have 3 legendaries. Yeah, 4 maybe 3. So I'm like, yeah, I don't have a big account. So when I do the pro one, I like it because I just use it as like my.
Okay,
What do you
use it to
call it?
be like
Like a guinea pig.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I look for like the wild cards
Yeah.
Right.
because I know I'm never gonna win the run. I'm never even gonna finish top 100. So I'm like, maybe I can finish first one night with this weird lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just maybe you completely off the wall with it for sure.
Yeah. So I definitely love the pro edition for that, but I'm never gonna win a Kia doing that.
Well, yeah.
The pro edition is crazy.
Who's your NHL team?
The Kings. The Kings.
Okay.
I'm from Wisconsin, like the Milwaukee area. So we didn't really have like a team there. So I've adopted the Kings since I've been in LA.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
Banana, do you follow? You're in Canada.
Yeah, we have a lot of hockey teams.
Yeah, do you follow?
I do not. My dad is like a diehard Toronto Maple Leafs fan.
Oh, nice.
Slightly depressing.
Yeah.
So I stick to my Raptors, you know. I don't follow it, but I know what's going on kind of deal.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I was a
Ryan,
hockey. My brother's like a coach for like a minor league team, like a minor league hockey team. Yeah. It's like we're like a sports family, you know.
Yeah.
So
oh, that's so cool.
That's awesome.
Even though I don't necessarily like follow basketball as much, I do, you know, I gamble. Like I know that, you know, enough.
Totally.
It, you know. Yeah.
Who do you think's going to win the Stanley Cup this year?
That's a tough one. You know, I'm not real sure. I would, you know, possibly Edmonton, you know.
Okay. That's the Oilers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I've heard of them.
You know, 2 of the best players in the league are on their team, you know, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about the Utah Hockey Club? Are they good?
They're for an expansion team. They're okay. I went to the first game they played in LA.
Oh, really?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, good. Thanks for supporting the Utah Hockey Club in LA.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah.
I'm a huge fan, as you can see.
After I won this thing, I went to splurge on some tickets, and I knew I should have splurged on some Lakers tickets. I know, but I splurged on some Kings tickets and got like 3rd row right up on the glass. So
wow.
Yeah.
So I've heard, I don't understand hockey at all. Like I get how it's played, but when I watch it on TV, I'm like, why is this enjoyable? But I've heard that after you go to a hockey game, it makes it better.
Yeah, I think hockey is one of the best live sports. It's fast. It's fast and violent. You know.
Yeah.
Like football is violent, but it's fast in spurts. I think football is not very fun live. You know.
I've heard NFL.
It's better on TV because you need to have the replays and all of that to fill in all of the time.
Yeah.
But hockey is fast, and violent, and that's how it makes for good entertainment. You know?
I do love the sound of hockey, which live would be good. Yeah, the sound of hockey is awesome.
Right.
And hockey, you know what I learned recently watching the Celtics documentary? I didn't realize that the NBA was formed because hockey owners were trying to fill their arenas, or maybe not hockey owners, maybe it was arena owners, but the arenas were only being used for hockey. And they were like, what can we do to fill this arena on these other nights? Right. So NBA was like an afterthought.
Right.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So,
did you watch any of the 4 Nations? The Nations hockey?
Yeah. That was awesome. The fight? That first game with the fights, that was the best.
There were like 4 fights, Coulton, in like, what was it, like 30 seconds? They like started the game 4 seconds in. Canada versus US just dropped gloves.
Well, Canada was
because
booing
of
our
the
national
tariffs.
anthem. Canada was booing
I
our
couldn't
national
support it,
anthem.
but
What the hell?
yeah, because they're all pissed
And-
about tariffs.
Yes, and I'm not saying, I'm not saying it was right or wrong. I'm just saying you can't do
Wrong.
that. You can't boo our national
don't
anthem.
Yeah, you can't.
You don't
So
put
they-
an anthem,
Unless you
Who-
want to throw it out.
not
Was
the
there a-
flag either.
Was there a clear winner of the fight?
There was like 4 fights in a row, and
Yeah.
there was no real. It was
There's never a-
they were, but
yeah,
they were
there's
real brawls. They were real
like
fights.
intense.
Yeah.
That's pretty rad. They need to take it a step further and have the ref lift one of the arms.
You know, right?
Like the ref
Right.
needs to decide a winner.
UFC.
Yeah.
Coulton's like, oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
invested because I have this guy in my lineup to win the fight.
yeah. Then we can
There
start
you
betting
go.
on the fights.
Yeah, there you go.
No, that's cool. I want to get to see a Utah Hockey Club game and
Yeah, you should.
yeah,
You
figure out
should.
the hockey stuff because I think Utah could be good in the next few years from what
Yeah,
people tell
they're
me.
not bad. They're not bad for an expansion team.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, don't
Yeah.
expansion teams get to like pull from the other teams? They get to put like the
Yeah,
franchise tags and stuff.
But,
and then-
but they're allowed to lock. Each team can lock like some of their, best players.
yeah.
But Utah came from Arizona.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh,
They
was
just
it?
moved. Yeah, they were the Coyotes.
Fair enough. Yeah, you're right.
Forgot about that.
Which-
You're right.
They were playing in like a small college stadium.
Yeah,
Anyways,
find
we're
out.
way off the rails. But we can talk
Yes.
about hockey where it's a
No,
sport.
it's okay. I do have one fun anecdote from after winning this contest. So before I even got really, when I started buying things, I talked to my mom about this, and I was like, Mom, and I kind of explained the gambling math to her, and she's like, I guess she doesn't understand anything about any of it. And so, but she knew how important it was to me and how stressful it was to me. So I finally win and I call her and my mother is crying, right? And I've gone through this thing where I've had a lot of doubt in myself, all of this. And my mom is crying and she's like, Brian, I just want you to know one thing. Don't ever doubt. And I swear she's going to be like yourself. Don't ever doubt yourself again. You can do anything, blah, 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 like a real pep talk. And she goes, don't ever doubt the power of your mother's prayers.
You're like, damn.
I'm like,
Put that
I
on the t-shirt.
yeah, just take the whole credit for it,
You're like, why was I even stressed for the last week?
Yeah, exactly. And I was like,
Why didn't you tell me?
Yeah, and why aren't we doing Powerball instead if it works like that?
Yeah.
Why are we setting our sights on IKEA?
Yeah, I might need your mom's help with my fast break lineup. So
Yeah, exactly. Be like, can you bring the
Oh, she can have her own segment on the pod.
yeah. That's dope though, man. I'm glad your mom was
Yeah.
so hyped.
Yes, she was. Yes.
No credit for you though.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So I bet your friends were all pretty psyched to have you back.
Yes, they were.
I'm glad that you won, so it wasn't all for
Yes.
nothing.
The only night that I had been out, during all of this, was the one night that I lost my challenge.
Yeah.
And it was horrible. And so the whole time I'm refreshing to see if someone else is gonna win. I got lucky that night because no one below me also won. But 15% hit. So it wasn't nobody was winning. And so but it's I'm at a Mardi Gras party at a brewery, and it's they had a dog float parade. So there's all these dog floats, dogs in costumes, and how mopey can I really act around dogs in costumes over some basketball contest.
Yeah,
So I just had to like push it all down inside and be like, everything's good, everything's great. Look at you.
yeah.
Take a picture with these dogs.
Yeah. And they're like, someone get me a pint of beer, bring me a dog. We're gonna just have a moment.
Exactly.
Bring a service dog with you.
That's so real. Do you remember what the challenge was that night?
It was the 5 blocks, 5 steals.
Okay.
That was the one that I lost.
I hate the steals nights.
Yeah. And the steals it was the blocks because I think like Kessler was injured that night. I feel like that was a night that he was out to basketball for rest. No other explanation.
Nope.
Rest.
The Jazz just got fined $100,000 for their blatant tanking efforts, which is kind of embarrassing but pretty funny. But yeah.
So and I had just bought a $54 rare of him like an hour before. Yeah. And that was the most expensive rare that I bought throughout the whole thing. I never even used it.
Damn it.
Wemby being out that night really got people too. Because us not having Wemby on block night, like that was a cheat code.
Yeah, there was every block guy was out that night, and it was kind of a crapshoot on blocks.
It was just.
But again, I think that was towards the end, and I think that pretty much whoever the top guys were the same guys that everyone else below me picked.
Yeah.
Whatever, and the 15% that won had to do something different.
Right. Well, and 15% is not very many. I'm looking to see if I won that night. There's no shot that I won that night.
I can confirm I lost. I don't even need to go back.
I think it was the last Sunday.
Yeah.
Block and steal nights lately, I've just either my whole group just all they do is block or all they do is steal. They don't understand I need a combo.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't know if this is like the huge, but if you look at like these percentages, the 3-pointer nights were a bloodbath for everybody, all of those nights.
They were.
And maybe it's not the best idea to put the best guys in on the 3-pointer nights. Maybe those are the nights when you need to take your shots at the outlier.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's random guys though, like even on a field goal night, I've been playing Grayson Allen a lot. He shows up good numbers, but he's like low key. Everyone else plays Booker or whatever, and it doesn't always pan out.
Hey, I can confirm the horrid pink did manifest.
How many did you
get? As well. Yeah. I had 3 blocks and 5 steals. And I remember I had to use bull this because like you said, no one had anything, and he put up the 0-0 for me.
Oh yeah,
and I know a few people played him at least.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Yeah, no, it was it was a night of desperation when it came to like picking that one. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta hand it to Matt and the crew. Like they do a damn good job of forecasting.
I mean, the
challenges.
It's crazy that nobody got all 14 to me. I thought I never paid attention to the leaderboards before this, so maybe nobody's ever gotten 14, and I just never know because I was never looking at that. But I've never been in it like this. I was only trying to win a few days, and I didn't realize how difficult it actually was.
Well, and they do a great job of looking at who's playing on this day, 10 days out, and creating a challenge for those guys. Yeah, it's great. And I think I'm pretty sure multiple people have gone on undefeated runs. I think they were just like, we got to make this one hard if we're giving away the Kia.
I think it's also like halfway through the season, a little more than that. You're dealing with a lot of the injuries now. Like, I was doing way better back in like October when we just started. But now you got guys resting, teams tanking, like.
Yep.
Yeah, I had one day. It was a 125-point day, and I had LeBron in, but like during the day he was questionable, almost certainly going to play. Just that NBA thing where they're just saying he's questionable.
Yep.
But I'm like, it's West Coast. He's the last game of the day. If he doesn't, I don't have anyone to pivot to. And so I switched him out with Donovan Mitchell, and with a 125-point day, Donovan Mitchell got me 41 points, and I hit 127 and would not have hit with LeBron James.
That's
incredible.
When I say that things broke my way and there was some luck involved, you know.
No, that was power of
Well,
prayer.
I mean,
yeah.
Power of
that was
prayer.
your mom, bro.
Yes, you're right. Yes, good looking out. Yep, exactly. Thank
Your
you.
mom was
My
like,
mother will.
Mitchell.
I'm going to show my mom this. She's going to love this.
Yeah, your mom
Miss
She's gonna be like,
Brian,
finally,
nice
someone
work.
finally someone who understands me.
I get you.
Well, Brian, I'll tell you what, bro. I think you in our DMs, you don't give yourself enough credit, bro. You kicked ass, and
Well,
you're
thank you. I appreciate it.
clearly smart, and you clearly have an understanding of strategy. And dude, I'm stoked for you.
Appreciate it. I'm stoked too.
After this run, bro, I want to see you fire it back up.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
You won the car. There's no.
Well, I know exactly. Yeah, and I mean, yes, and I have nerves of steel now. I mean, like,
Yeah,
I'm walking around so calm because I was so high for so long. Like, now I'm just, it's like I'm just walking around calm.
Watch TopShot put a house on the line next. We're like, Brian, let's go.
I'll be back for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would go full gray from that.
Yeah.
Brian, do you have any parting thoughts? Any final words?
I mean, I just want to again express how grateful I am for everything, to everybody within the community, for all of the support, the Lakers Discord who helped me. Some of those guys, like, very early on, I was like, when these Discord channels first started, I was in there and I had gone to like a couple events. It was the only time I've ever met anybody else in person who had done this, and so they were extremely helpful. I'm representing them with my TopShot Showtime shirt right now.
shirt.
OG. They're not allowed to make this one anymore.
No, that's old school.
Chef's kiss.
Yes.
Where did you get that?
I got it at one of those events back
Forever
in 2022 or whatever. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, I appreciate them. I appreciate the fine gentleman who lent me that SGA. I cannot thank him enough. And obviously, Fast Break, TopShot. I feel like I'm at the Oscars. Fast Break,
your mom?
My
Wait
mom
for you to thank your mom.
Yeah. God himself, all of it.
Hey, the Lakers Discord, I can confirm, is a friendly place.
Very friendly.
I've gone on record stating that I hate the Lakers.
I get it.
And it's because I'm a jealous Jazz fan and we have 0 championships. But the Lakers community is always so cool. We always, we've had some fun, like teasing back and forth. Lakers fans aren't insecure. They know they have 17 championships. So
we're all right.
So they can't get triggered by a ginger Jazz fan. But yeah, that community's awesome. Those team captains were awesome, super good. I had a ton of respect for those guys in that community. So didn't surprise me that you got blessed like that. Really good group.
Yeah.
And LeBron is the greatest of all time, and he's a Laker. So I'm always watching the Lakers.
Yes. And one of the nice things that, like, I thought had some meaning is that I had started with the LeBron Rare and used it that first time, almost used him, but pulled him in that very fateful move. And he was the last player that I played on the last day then. So he full circle.
And it's a father and son moment. I mean, yeah.
He was then I got to use his second use of his rare on the very last day, and it just felt like the buttoning it up a little bit,
Yeah, that
was the game where he broke that record too.
Oh, rad.
Yeah.
50,000.
Yeah. 50,000, yeah. He broke that record that game. So there was a lot going on. And that's where when I was at Outback watching it.
That's that is rad.
Yeah.
That is so sick.
That is so
well.
Well,
incredible.
Thoughts is this was an incredible run. Shout out
thank you.
a big
Appreciate
win.
it.
That is
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on the pod. Thank you for listening to this, watching. 92 is in the books.
I appreciate it. When I come back, I'm going to be making a heel turn, you guys. I'm going to be making a heel turn when I come back.
I was going to say, keep us posted. Keep us posted on your journey, okay?
We got to know.
Will do. All right.
Alrighty, guys.
Thanks a ton. Appreciate you coming on, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Okay.
While you're waiting to click on the new episode, check out our merch store. I'm rocking the Stack Them Rooks shirt with the floaty hat. Both can be bought on there. And in the meantime, see you next Tuesday.